I want you to stay with me here because what I'm about to share with you is genuinely important stuff. The title of this video, not clickbait, not even a little bit. The American Bankers Association, the FDIC, and individual banks right across the country have been putting out direct, formal guidance to their customers, and especially to seniors, about things they are telling people to flat out stop doing. These aren't gentle suggestions. These aren't friendly tips printed on a pamphlet. These are formal warnings backed by federal consumer protection agencies, and they carry real weight. I went through all of it, every document, every alert, every bulletin, and I made a decision. This needs to be said out loud in plain everyday language, because the truth is, most people either never saw these warnings or they saw them and thought, oh, that won't happen to me. And that's exactly the mindset these criminals are counting on. Everything I'm going over today applies directly to anyone who receives Social Security on a card, steps foot inside a bank branch, or uses an ATM, which is, let's be honest, pretty much every single senior in America. So stick around until the very end, and please pass this video along to someone you care about, a parent, a neighbor, an old friend. This information could genuinely save someone from losing everything. But before we dive in, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right now and tap the bell icon so you never miss a thing. And let me tell you why that actually matters here, because it's not just a throwaway request. The scams I'm covering today are not the same old tricks from a couple of years back. The crypto ATM fraud, the cash trap devices, the sneaky phone and hand maneuvers. These are alive and active right now in 2026, documented by federal agencies this year, and the vast majority of people have absolutely no clue these things exist until someone they know personally gets wiped out by one of them. What I do on this channel is track exactly this kind of information, new threats, new rules, new protections, and I bring it to you in simple, no-nonsense language before it becomes a problem in your life or the life of someone you love. Hundreds of thousands of people count on this channel to stay one step ahead of what's going on out there. The folks who are subscribed find out in time. The ones who aren't, they tend to find out after the money is already gone, and by then, there's very little anyone can do. That's the whole difference right there. So hit subscribe, ring that bell, drop a comment below telling me what state you're in. I genuinely read them. And let's get into it. Let me kick things off with something that has been escalating sharply in 2026 and that banks are now actively warning customers about inside branch locations all across the country. There is a scheme making the rounds right now that is completely draining senior bank accounts, sometimes within a matter of hours, and here's the frightening part. It doesn't start online. It doesn't start with a sketchy phone call. It starts in person, at the ATM, or right inside the bank itself. Banks are telling seniors directly and without sugarcoating it. The people standing near you at the ATM are not always innocent bystanders. This year, the American Bankers Association issued an official fraud alert following real, documented cases out of Philadelphia and the surrounding areas. Criminals were physically inserting devices, called cash traps, directly into the cash dispenser slot of ATMs. These tiny gadgets sit inside the machine and catch your bills the moment they're dispensed. The machine tells you the transaction went through just fine. You see nothing come out. You figure the machine must have had a glitch, so you shake your head, maybe mutter something under your breath, and you walk away. The moment you're gone, the criminal steps up, removes the device, along with every single dollar that was supposed to be yours, and disappears. Both the ABA and the US Secret Service have issued warnings about this exact scheme in 2026. So here's what you do. If you use an ATM and your cash does not come out after a transaction shows is complete, do not walk away. Stand your ground. Stay right there at that machine. Call your bank immediately from that exact location and ask them to flag the transaction before you go anywhere. Don't let embarrassment or impatience push you out the door. Your money is worth that 5-minute phone call. Rule number 1, your card never leaves your hands, ever. This is rule number 1, and banks are hammering this point home in formal communication to customers everywhere. Your card never leaves your hands. Not to a well-meaning stranger offering to help. Not to someone in a uniform standing outside a secured teller window. Not to anyone. Here's why this matters in ways most people don't fully appreciate. There's a device called a skimmer, and its newer, nastier cousin called a shimmer, that can read every single piece of data off your card in under 3 seconds of physical contact. A shimmer is small enough to fit inside the card slot itself, and it reads your chip, not just the magnetic strip, so even newer cards aren't automatically safe. You wouldn't see it. You wouldn't feel anything different. 3 seconds of someone else holding your card is all it takes to hand them access to your financial life. The crypto ATM scam, the most dangerous one of 2026. All right, pay close attention here because this is the newest and frankly the most devastating scheme that banks have specifically flagged in 2026, and I need you to take this seriously. Never, under any circumstances, withdraw cash from your bank and deposit it into a cryptocurrency ATM because someone told you to do it. I know it sounds so obvious it barely seems worth saying out loud. But the FBI and the Associated Press both report that this scam is now one of the fastest growing financial frauds targeting seniors in the entire country. And here's the part that really needs to sink in. The people who fall for it are not gullible. They are not confused. They are often sharp, well-educated, careful, experienced individuals who have managed their money responsibly for decades. These criminals are just that good at what they do. Here's how it works. You get a call, or sometimes a message, from someone claiming to be the IRS, Social Security, Medicare, or even law enforcement. They tell you your account has been compromised, or that you owe back taxes, or that someone has stolen your identity, and your money needs to be moved somewhere safe immediately. They sound completely official. They know your name. Sometimes they even know details about your finances that feel like they couldn't possibly have unless they were who they claim to be. They then direct you to go to your bank, withdraw cash, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, and deposit it into a Bitcoin ATM or cryptocurrency kiosk. They tell you this is the only safe way to protect your funds. They may stay on the phone with you the entire time, coaching you through each step, keeping you calm, keeping you moving. The moment that cash goes into that machine, it is gone, permanently. It cannot be reversed. It cannot be traced. It cannot be recovered. Not by your bank, not by the FBI, not by anyone. Indiana became the first state in the country to ban cryptocurrency ATMs entirely back in March 2026. Tennessee and Minnesota followed. As of May 2026, a full 30 states have passed laws restricting crypto kiosk operations, specifically because of this scheme and the damage it's done to real people. Banks all over the country are now training their employees to step in when a senior customer makes an unusually large cash withdrawal, because in many of these cases, the person is still on the phone with the scammer while they're standing at the teller window. If a bank employee asks you why you're making a large withdrawal, answer them honestly. They're not being nosy. They are not overstepping. They may genuinely be the last line of defense between you and a total, unrecoverable loss. Let's wrap it up. Your quick reference guide. Here's everything in one place so you can come back to it. Cash trap devices inside ATMs are an active, documented threat in 2026. If your cash doesn't come out, stay put and call your bank immediately from that location. Your card never leaves your hands. Not to strangers, not to anyone outside a secured teller window. Cover the keypad every time you enter your PIN. Every single time. No exceptions. Keep your phone in your hands inside the bank. You do the typing, always. Never move cash to a cryptocurrency ATM, no matter how official the person on the other end sounds or what they claim. Read everything before you sign anything. Slowing down is your right, and a legitimate bank will always respect it. Set up a trusted contact with your bank if you haven't already done so. And that's it for today, friends. If this video helped you, or you think it might help someone else, please share it right now. Post it in a family group chat, send it to a friend, tag someone in the comments. You might not think of it as a big deal, but sharing a video like this could genuinely protect someone from losing their entire savings. Hit that like button. It takes 1 second, and it tells the algorithm this information is worth showing to more people. Subscribe if you're not already on board, and turn on the notification bell so you catch these videos the moment they go up. And leave me a comment below. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me if any of this surprised you, or let me know if there's a topic you'd like me to cover next. I read every single one. Take care of yourselves out there, and I'll see you in the next one.